Come on, come on. Welcome to Luxury Live, everybody.
Hello. This is the live show that features beautiful homes presented by the agents who represent them.
In this regular feature on Grand Rapids House and Home, we scour the country for the best luxury listings on the market.
That's right. We find them and we bring them to you along with the person that can best represent them, and that's the listing agent. And this is your chance to see incredible homes with the features that you can't find on Zillow or Redfin or something like that.
hmm Well, today's guest is none other than Zach Harrison. Uh, coming to us live. Zach is a dedicated permanent resident of San Juan Island, specializing in island properties. With a focus on delivering exceptional and insightful island life experience, he ensures that his clients are not only engaged but also inspired by the unique opportunities the San Juan Islands offer. Through his extensive network and relationships across the archipelago, Zach and his collective team, armed with over 50 years of combined experience, offer
Ooh.
unmatched access to the exclusive market opportunities in an area few possess the expertise to navigate effectively. Zach's industry leading white glove concierge service seamlessly coordinates all aspects of his client's experience, which is super cool. We're talking from securing high quality lodging and ferry reservations to ranging even private vessel pickups when needed, ensuring that every step of the process is smooth and positive. We're talking next level luxury real estate here, folks. Next level.
That is quite the bio. I'm Matt Goldman. That's Sam Wahl. And this is Zach Harrison. Welcome to the show, Zach.
Gentlemen, happy to be here. Thanks for reading that bio. That sounds out of this world and slightly lofty, but I'll own it. It sounds good.
It's beautiful. I mean, I love it.
I was inspired. It kind of brought tears to my eyes. No, but it's all about having fun while doing it, guys. And when you're representing a remote area, it's nice to take care of people and show them a good time. So thank you.
100%. Let's see your goods. Let's see what are we here to learn today?
Rad, so stoked to be here. Thank you, Matt and Sam. Welcome to 1062 Yacht Haven. This is on the northwestern part of San Juan Island in the San Juan Islands archipelago, our new favorite word. And here's the approach of the property. So you're looking out over, massive horse pasture lands and, sorry about the busy road. You've got 7 acres here. So
this is making me miss the Pacific Northwest so hard right now.
It's all about the vibe, Matt. And you've got, right, an old tiller from the 1950s over here welcoming you into this, these iron structures kind of leading the way up the driveway. So I'll walk up the driveway and we could chat.
Yeah. So if those of you who are tuning in for the first time and don't know that, Zach and I are good friends. Zach used to run there used to be the managing broker of the Compass Bellingham office and pretty much all Northwest Island County included in that, and Anacortes and Skagit and the whole thing. And then you went back down to San Juan and are now, yep, I think, the only Compass agent on San Juan. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm the only Compass agent on San Juan, and I operate out of an office in East Sound, Orcas Island, with Wally Gudgel and Kevin Ranker. Okay. But we are the Compass presence in the San Juan archipelago.
And you mentioned earlier, Zach, that you are literally, tell us again with a couple of geographic markers exactly how north you are right now for folks that aren't familiar with this particular archipelago.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lovely word. So yeah, from where I stand geographically, we're north of Victoria, BC. Literally, I'll walk you around the property later, but it has views over the Harrow Strait, and you're looking west, southwest, and you could see the lights of Victoria and stuff like that. So we are the furthest northwest island chain in the United States.
And if you get above the tree line there, I'm guessing you see northern lights at night on the right evening as well.
Yeah, Sam. I was in a production, a Shakespeare Under the Stars production, which is a cool 26-year-old tradition here on San Juan. And
Love it.
on our closing night, we saw massive northern lights, the most active northern lights I've ever seen, right above the stage. It was very, very Shakespearean, very Midsummer Night's Dreamy.
Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah.
I want to draw some attention to the business that you run, Zach, on San Juan. And I mean, just what you've always done, because you were selling in Bellingham before that. And you have a tendency to tell a story more than just sell a property. And I think that, Sam and I, we do the same thing. We're helping people find homes, but what we're doing is so much more than four walls and a roof. And in listing a home and enticing buyers to see it and that whole thing, it's about the story of the home, the story of the neighborhood, the story of what someone could be, what life they could live on that property. And you do a really beautiful job of telling that story in creative ways and partnering with people that give you visuals that can do that. And hey, you just want to talk about that for a minute? Because I respect the heck out of what you're doing there.
Yeah. It gives creative outlet for those creatives that have not such a linear path in life and jumped into real estate. And it gives you an opportunity to tell a story. You're right, Matt. It's not just about the four walls, the roof, and a solid foundation. It's about what happens after the sale or what happens after the acquisition. What is life going to be like in this new area, in this new place that you're calling home? And to me, it's such an awesome opportunity to take advantage of storytelling and really engage with people in the community and highlight like beautiful, absolutely incredible remote areas that you could call home. Like the San Juan archipelago is primarily a second, third, fourth home market. So folks who are purchasing homes out here, primarily, especially in the luxury market, they're looking to spend summers out here, or they're looking to come out here to decompress from more city areas, right? So it's a different kind of island vibe and a different kind of lifestyle that is really a lot of fun to engage with. When it comes to boating or interacting with the maritime culture here in the San Juans, like it's a massive draw to the area with many different harbors on Orcas, San Juan, and Lopez, and also access to international harbors in British Columbia. So, from anglers, you're fishing for salmon, halibut, lingcod, spot prawns, Dungeness. It's all part of it.
It almost sounds to me like, would you liken this to almost kind of the Long Island or the Hamptons of the Northwest area?
Totally, except culturally it's a bit different. It's a little more Pacific Northwesterner than the Hamptons culture, but both unique, beautiful coastal areas. It's sure.
Okay.
It's also an area like that, and I know this from experience because I still will sell in Washington sometimes, and I've had people who want to go and look on the islands, and I don't speak that language. That's outside of my area of expertise. So in terms of being there and being a broker down there, the expertise that you bring is so important because there are all these nuances of, can I get there via ferry? Can I take a bridge? Do I need my own boat to get to this house? And these are things that I don't know. And they're things that you, being someone who actually lives there and being on the San Juan Island, that you bring that expertise that a lot of agents can't and might be operating outside of their area of expertise if they're down there.
Yeah, Matt, you bring up a very good point. Yes, access, providing access to remote areas that most people, as my bio says, can't navigate effectively, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but beyond that, beyond, the ferry service, or you're taking San Juan Airlines or Kenmore Air in order to get out here, um, you, sorry, I had a little notification there. You also need to be familiar with off-grid systems.
Mm.
You're not connected to city water oftentimes. You have septic systems, you have rainwater
Mm-hmm.
catchment systems, you have wells. And are those wells producing? And what kind of water those wells are producing
Yeah.
in order to sustain, all your amenities throughout the year? Because it does get warm here, and there are actually uh, portions of time where it doesn't rain um, in the San Juans, because we're under what's called a rain shadow, or the banana
That's
banana belt, right?
That's
that's a
crazy.
secret. We're not supposed to tell people that, I thought.
As you can see,
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be raining today all day, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a sunburn because that
It's
happens almost
rainier
immediately.
here. It's rainier here in Michigan right now than it is where you are. Can we maybe flip the camera around to take a look at
Yes.
this house?
Yep. Let me go back camera. And am I doing this correctly?
You are not. Well, now it's just showing me, but hold on, you're doing
There
it
we
right.
go. There we go.
Okay, good. All right. So I just walked you up the approach. We're on 7 acres, southwest facing. This home was owned by 2 previous owners, built in '92. The
Okay.
first owner built this octagon type structure
Wow.
home. It has very like New York loft vibes on the interior. I can't wait to show you guys. And then the second owner brought in from Cattle Point Quarry all of this stone and really like
Wow.
memorialized the entrance to the
Mm.
home, and then also have like these Stonehenge-esque type monuments, and they're around the property, and the fire pit as well. Very, very
That's
cool
beautiful.
Wow.
little
Amazing.
stone accents. So I'll just walk up here in the front entry, and
I'm super
these
excited to see the
cool
inside of
little
this house.
eccentric effects. And then
Nice.
this is kind of the open foyer. And the light this home gets, it's positioned on the property to capture just all that natural light through many, many windows. And then you
Wow.
to the main loft space, and you have
It's
area,
just one massive
and
room,
you're
right?
like a New York loft.
Wow.
And you've got a
Incredible.
little full bath off the kitchen here,
Okay.
and retro cooktop, but it's actually fully functional.
Love that.
You guys ever seen a waffle maker like this?
Oh,
So cool.
yeah. Stovetop. Absolutely.
I've never seen something like that. That mural is what caught my eye when I was originally looking at this house online. Is there a story behind that, or is it just because it's
Yes, there's a story. So Owen is a mechanic and a sculptor, and these are actually 2 doors that open up to the exterior. And he would bring in, massive art projects and engines. The flooring here is overbuilt, so you could bring in extremely headings and work on them in the artist studio that this place is. So that is the main living area downstairs, and we'll go out on the deck and do all that fun stuff. But I want to show you. So then we'll pop
okay?
upstairs, and up here you have a bedroom, living area. Again, windows
Wow,
facing southwest. You have a walk-through
amazing!
closet.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow,
Get the switch. So lots of room for Matt Goldman.
Yeah, it's my shoe collection would fit in there. Let's actually not spread that rumor that people are going to think that that's a thing I care about.
So shower quite deep and fun. And then there is a little kind of a day bed. Fun. Climbing ladder. But then you're up here and you kind of have, views out. And you can see the water through those trees there.
Could you consider that an actual, is that a conforming bedroom?
No.
Would you say that's a conforming bedroom?
It's fun,
amazing, though.
Yeah. All right.
I'd recommend not choosing that as your nap space if you've been having afternoon cocktails, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, there's a little safety door with kind of a you can place over the opening. So it still lets
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Safety
cool.
first. Okay.
Nice.
So
let's go check out the back.
Yeah.
This place is just so funky.
It's
like,
funky,
I love it.
unique. It has great vibes. You know how homes have a vibe, Matt and Sam. So the back entrance, you've got your, lawnmower, utility shed, lots and lots of firewood, storage, ancient.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And I'll take a trip over to the guest house, then we'll go take a look at the sauna. And I loved what these guys did with a propane tank. So they got a 500-gallon propane tank, but they capped it in like a cedar box rather than looking at, a utility. So that's kind of cool.
It is cool.
And
so this is a separate guest home here, huh?
Nope. Zach, are you there?
Are you there?
Yeah, we started to lose you a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, this is great.
Okay, cool. I just had a phone call there. So the guest cabin has power, spiral staircase up to the bedroom. There's your water softener filtration system. And here it's kind of a cozy little cabin with a wood burning stove, a little slider out back, and then a mini little craftsman shop, which is fun. And then there's storage up there in the rafters. But I'll show you.
Nice.
Another little feature, a structure, is they've got this massive barn door slider.
Oh, yes.
Which is kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of opens up.
So, wow.
Wonderful.
What a funky, this whole thing, like that's funky, just keeps coming up for me.
It's funky.
I know it was archipelago, but now it's funky.
Like, how many
in the most positive way?
How many buildings altogether are on this property, Zach?
2.
Okay, so just the two houses. Okay.
Yeah. So part of the 7 acres is kind of this cool little cedar fir grove. And you can cut all that tall grass down and park it out. And it's just beautiful and pretty darn dry for Pacific Northwest standards.
Nice.
Is it fair to say is it fair to say that this property is flanked by or surrounded by or next to proxy to some equestrian property that you pointed out there on the street?
Yeah, across the street, and then typically lots are around 5 to 7 acres abutting this one.
Gotcha.
But it's extremely private, though they've done a phenomenal job parking out the property. And then we'll kind of go over here to the little Zen garden.
Nice. It looks, as you're walking up there and over toward your right, it looks like it's an expansive property in regard to like what is manicured. Like
Yes.
because I'm used to Pacific Northwest properties that are just socked in with Douglas fir, and it's you don't really get to use the 7 acres, but this looks like you could have a football game there if you wanted to.
You could, or
Yeah.
croquet, or whatever your
ultimate
your
frisbee
deal is.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not judging. But it's a cool little cedar sauna structure.
Oh my God, look at that.
That's
pretty
amazing.
fun. Yeah.
So you can chill out in there and look out at the view, or not chill. You could heat up in there and look out at the view.
Totally.
While your friends are playing ultimate frisbee.
Exactly.
That's it.
And then pull up a horse trough, fill it with ice, and do your cold plunge thing if that's what you're doing nowadays. But here's kind of one of the
I love it.
little statue features they have. It's just
so cool.
It's beautiful. What do you see, Matt? What do you see there?
I see a man with a hat.
Ooh, Sam?
Yeah.
I see infinity, brother. Infinity.
Oh, well done.
What do you see, Zach? Or do you know what it is meant to represent?
I see a female warrior.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, how profound of you guys. I saw a man with a hat.
Okay, before we go in, they have a fully fenced raised bed garden and a little pond over there. But first I want to show you guys this, just an epic fire pit.
Oh, no way.
With, again, these quarry stones. I mean, they've got to be 3 and 5 man stones. And this massive industrial fire pit.
Wow.
And just the setting is absolutely
amazing.
Stunning.
Wow.
And these
That's almost as nice a fire pit as you had at your house in Bellingham, Zach.
Totally.
I love
it is one of the
I love these wise old trees. These wise old trees, like just standing there, all majestic and protective. That's so beautiful.
They're really amazing. They're massive madrona trees, which
Love
are
it.
just that red bark. It's pretty indicative of the San Juans. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
So may I ask you, since you're mentioning indicative of the San Juans, we were talking earlier about just kind of prepping your clients, incoming folks about, the protocols and travel access and all that kind of stuff. Like, how would you describe to the best of your ability, without pigeonholing, the kind of like the cultural ethos of the island, in a few words or less?
Holy smokes. Profound.
That's a great question.
Sam, that was deep, buddy. So, but it is profound. It's like a profound simplicity. I moved here. I have 2 young kids, and it's as if we went 50 years back in time in all the most positive ways. It's the keys to my pickup haven't left the cab since I moved here. When the county fair comes to San Juan, my 6-year-old goes off in a small tribe of children, and I have absolutely no worries. Everyone looks after everyone else. So look at this rhubarb.
Woo!
How is that so mature already?
It's looking good.
Wow.
Chives or garlic.
That's amazing.
And it's all irrigated out here. This all has water, which is cool. And this fun little funky farm sink.
Love it.
Yeah.
And fenced in to keep the deer out, I'm guessing, huh?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Deer are prolific on the island, though we don't have any squirrels, which is a fun reality here. I haven't seen a squirrel on the island. and very few, if any, raccoons. Because how would they get here? They'd have to swim or hitch a
Oh,
ride
they'll
on
they'll
the
figure it
ferry.
out. They'll figure out
They'll
a way to
figure
get
it
there.
out. They'll find a way.
Are there any predators on the island? Are there bears or I
Sometimes,
guess
yeah,
foxes?
there's been a few bear sightings, and they actually swim from the mainland.
Wow.
Isn't that
That's
wild?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, just kind of another overbuilt massive staircase and retaining wall.
Wow.
that's so incredible to me. How tall do you think that wall is? If you
I
had to
like to think
guess.
I'm 6 feet tall, but I'm really probably closer to 5'11". It's about 6 feet, six and a
Okay.
half feet.
It's just
I
And
massive
then,
stones.
yeah, and then you have kind of a flat area back here, another massive madrona tree. And, if you're having soirees out here, it's a nice little overflow part of the property where you could park cars and whatnot. And this
amazing.
leads us back to the entrance here to the property.
Back to where we started.
Back to where we started.
So it's amazing to me, like, properties like this, and I'm imagining probably some others on that island, like just how bespoke, how special, like how artist inspired that whole property is,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, it's like people come out here for a release and escape from the hustle and bustle of city life, whatnot, what have you. So it's a great place to be bespoke and to curate. I use that word. Lots of people use that word too much, I feel like, nowadays, but that's what they do. They come out here, and it gives them an ability to take a property and put their mark on it.
Yeah.
And then it passes on to the next owner, and the story
Mm-hmm.
continues.
Yeah.
And back to what we were talking about before, it's the vibe, it's the lifestyle, it's the story, and it's the history of a property. And it's extremely special to be here and interact in this part of the world. So anyway, it's a lot of fun.
Well,
That's amazing.
it's the new source of my envy, friend.
Well, Sam, Matt, you guys come out here anytime, and we'll have an absolute blast together.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit, like what is that property listed for currently?
Yeah, it's listed at 1.395.
Okay. And if people want to get a hold of you,
yeah.
So we've got Zach Harrison at compass.com, which is on the screen right now. Do you want to give out your phone number? It could be dangerous. I don't know.
That's fine. I mean, it's splattered everywhere anyway,
Yeah,
so you
that's
can
true.
go ahead and drop it.
Oh, I'd have to look it up. I don't have your number memorized, buddy.
That's
Give Zach
okay.
a call at
Email's just fine.
206-948-3103 if you're interested in this property or really any property on San Juan. And you are
or in the entire archipelago, Matt. We cover it all.
We're gonna do a count, an archipelago count, and an amazing count and a funky count, because I think we've said them all now double digits. So,
that's okay.
And Zach, you're my go-to person on San Juan for all referrals. And I think that's a big part of our business is sending business between real estate agents. So I know that you'll take great care of our folks when we send them out there. It's like one of the easiest referrals I could possibly make. So
likewise, Matt, same for you, my friend. And
fantastic.
that's what it's all about. You want to connect with great people in areas you don't know too much about. And it's important to connect with those trustworthy and reliable individuals that know the area and know the ins and outs and can deliver a playbook of success to your clients. So
yeah,
that's what we do.
And walk them through the process seamlessly. And I know that's what you do. So
yeah. Well, this was inspiring, and this was a real privilege, Zach, to make your acquaintance this way, and to be able to just get a little sampling of the dream world that you exist in and live in. And thank you so much for sharing today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Matt. We're building it one brick at a time out here.
Right on, man. Thank you for your time, and we will talk soon. Thanks, brother.
Awesome. Sounds good, friends. Take care.